What's been your most expensive mistake? And by expensive, I don't necessarily mean financial.
Yes, sir.
But more importantly, how did you learn and grow from it?
Yes, sir. My most expensive mistake, not necessarily financial, it has to be what I just said. Like, you know, my faith, me being a Muslim, I walked away from it, right? And as I walked away from it, I've always been a capable person, right? But I was being capable in investing time and energy in things that weren't necessarily legal, not necessarily ethical, so on and so forth. And the more successful you become in those spaces, the deeper in a deficit spiritually, economically, all of that you find yourself in. So Matt, this is real, bro. I had to dig myself out of such a deficit that had I not put myself there, I swear to you, I'd probably be a billionaire right now. I promise you, right? Because look, you gotta dig yourself out, right? You gotta do a lot of work. I gotta work harder than most people because of what I've done in the past, right? My karmic debt had to be paid. You feel me? I'm still paying it to this day. You understand? So the abundance that I do have, right? But my life would be so further along had I not made those mistakes back then. Walked away from my system, my spiritual foundation, right? A very mathematical, cosmic wisdom and intelligence that I walked away from. Trying to figure it out. I don't need this, I don't need that. And I did need it, you know? It's there for a reason. And you know, the system that's out here, man, it just did not serve me right. Look, my values when I walked away from my faith was like violence, make money, and girls. That's a Eurocentric way. It's not my way. It never felt good to me. And it almost put me in prison for many years. It almost got me killed. People around me was dying. People around me was going to prison. People around me killing themselves, right? So why would I put myself in that kind of situation? I did, you know, but you know, you bump your head. I bumped my head enough to get enough concussions. I had to come back home, and now I'm glad that I'm back, you know? So that was the most expensive mistake for me, was walking away from a spiritual foundation that absolutely loved me, cared about me, protected me.